of times, fear not, fear not, fear not. There are so many verses about fear not, for I am with you. Fear not, for fear not. So fear, sometimes fear comes from our own human nature of wanting to be in control. And so because you're not in control, you start fearing, you know? What I would tell you is, if you remove fear from all that and you sit down, and as we said, you do a calculated, kind of a risk, what would you lose? Ask yourself, what would I lose if I started this thing? If I lost it, how would it affect me? After asking yourself that, ask yourself, what will I gain from reopening the business? There is a verse that says, if you look at the rains, I think it's scriptures, you will not be able to plant. The clouds, and you do not, if you look at the clouds, I think it's the book of Proverbs. If you look at, those who look at the clouds are afraid to plant, okay? So entrepreneurship is a journey of faith and calculated risks. So I would ask you to put fear aside. If you are not afraid, what would you gain? And even when you are not afraid, what is there to lose? Okay? And then do your calculations, and I think that would help you. Have I answered you?
Do you ever have to face fear?
Yes. Let me give an example. When I was constructing, I had to, let me tell you, if there is a time I put my faith into action, it is then. Reason being, I have never built a house before. It was my first time. Here I am, I have 2 million shillings in my account. First of all, I'm like, I will not even tell anyone. As I biwa. No, for real. I didn't even tell people. It was only like 2 people who knew I have 2 million in my account. Because, it was 2 million put in 3 months. The duration for selling a land is 3 months period. So I got the first 1 million. I started buying the materials and all that. So nikangojeo million ingi. But I had fear. I was like, guy, what if I get the wrong contractor? What if akuje ajenge nyumba waibe materials? You get all that? Because it's a reality. Materials inaibiwa. I was like, what if I don't get another client for the plot? It was just one plot. I didn't see ati nilikuwa na watu wa kubai hizo zingine. It was just one I sold. And with that I was like, let me do what, see I told God I have learned, and now he has given me, let me go into it. And I got into it. Let me tell you, the time I put out, nilieka foundation hivi. I got somebody who bought 3 plots. One person. One. Alikuwa nanunua hii, ananiambia, haya, wacha sasa nikimaliza hii nichukue hiyo ingine. So you see, my construction didn't stop. It continued and continued until I finished. And by the time I was finishing, I had even people who wanted, and I didn't want to sell. I was like, no, I'm not selling now. I'm not selling the whole of the land. Ni easy tu, na zimeenda. What am I saying? Fear will always come. But you need to face it and be courageous. The Bible says actually courage is one thing we need even in this journey of faith is courage. Even as a believer, you need to, because if you do not have courage, there are so many people out here to put you down because you are a Christian. Like sasa unajifanya umeokoka gani kuokoka? I mean, ama ni mimi naulizangu hizo vitu.
I want to naulizangu hizo vitu.
Yeah, people who don't believe, who want to put you down, will ask you those questions. Sasa yu kuokoka, sasa unajikatisia epi na vile wewe ni mdogo. You know. People will, Sanballat and Tobias will always come. Sanballat and Tobias watakuja. Let me tell you, some are even from people, me have been ridiculed and kuingiliwa na watu hata sikuwa nadhani. I'm like, even you. Hata wewe. Mnaniingilia, yani you pin me down, yani mnani pin down. Some will tell me, sasa wewe hii nyumba unajenga hizi nyumba, unajenga embu. hazitapata watu. Let me tell you, they are like, unajengea kina nani? Hazitapata watu. Hii umewaste do. Si hata fadhali ungeenda uweke hiyo pesa kwa nini? Kwa bonds.
So it actually is always there.
It's always
But
there.
you have to face it.
Sanballats and Tobias. Somebody will tell you, sasa hii biashara hii ilifail. Sasa ni nini hii unajaribu tena? Know your God. The Bible says, those who know their God shall be strong and shall do exploits.
Exactly.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
I'm Jamila.
Yes, Jamila.
I'm one person who fears entrepreneurship, but now at least I'm strong.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Not most of us young people begin with bigger businesses.
Yes.
We begin with small ones like smokies and all that. So my question is, what can you do to like kushaona busy yenye ulikuwa umeandika mtu but you keep on firing people because of theft. So what kind of measures can we put there for our small businesses, because maybe we don't have time to stay there all the time na utaki kufuatilia wafanyikazi waone like boss wangu anashinda akinifuata sana.
Now, this is what I would say. When you are starting a business, there is a price to pay. There is a price to pay, okay? And one of the price, that price that you will pay sometimes is staying there until business, as you put on structures. It has taken me almost a lot of learning, because I also had that problem. As I said, I have fired so many people. Even during construction, ile nimeenda nikirudi kazi imeharibiwa. Una have kurudia. There is a time I had to repeat, a wall was put where it was not supposed to be. And we had to demolish. And the work of demolishing, and it is so expensive. What that does to you is it makes you not progress. And one of the price you have to pay as a business person is time. You have to put time in your business. You have to also be, and this is where I say you need discernment. You need to pray. I have prayed for all my employees. When I get them, I pray, I fast. Sometimes I go to a prayer mountain. I'm like, God, I have had employees who have stolen from me. Some have messed up with clients, and I have had to let them go. But what I have done is I have told God, please, God, I pray that you give me discernment to get to know the kind of people that I need to work with, people who understand, okay? People who understand my business, people who understand, and then put structures in the business so that you are able to know when to leave it. For example, right now in Embu County, where I've put my real estate, I do not have to be there. I also, by the way, I didn't mention, I started an Airbnb in the same building where I have the apartments.
Oh.
And I have an employee there. And the business is running so well. So well. It's been almost now 8 months, since June last year. And what I did is I stayed there for almost a month. Of course, I had some experience. I had an Airbnb in Nairobi, but I transferred it to Embu. So I had my own experience. And then I had my own target. I target missionaries, families, and people who are coming to study. For example, Kenya School of Government is in Embu.
Yes.
We get a lot of people, employees who want to come and work in the School of Government. So what I'm saying is, I have prayerfully asked God to give me somebody to work with, and it works. Number 2, you need to be there. Even if you are not there, you need to be there. Physically, like the way you are there like for the whole day. You need to, supervision is key in any business to before a business grows. And that's now where you sacrifice. It's the law of sacrifice. For you to get what you want, you have to sacrifice even time. Yeah. If you are not able to, maybe you can change the working time. Kama ni smoky, for example, unauza jioni wakati utapata time. Yeah. Have I answered you? Yes. Okay, good. Yes, sir.
Nianze.
Poa sana.
Naitwa Sylvester. So my question is, in terms of my engine, your product, and also how does your appearance affect your product? Kwa mfano, I remember there was a time one of them here, and then we were here in the same land. One minute one. So, said one day I wanted to know my hand. Me and we were
Viatu.
Heavy.
Okay.
So one of them like one. Yet in your home like 7,000. Me and when young and when I moved 59, but the new Hannah 48. So I think after I knew that me here, what like that it with that then. The men the reason why the men yet 48, they are only men what Hanini, you own him up for biting him. Na see on appearance, you are Hannah. So what you think on that? Yeah.
So basically, it's about how the product,
Physical appearance.
physical appearance, your appearance.
I'll package myself as
Yeah,
a seller,
yeah.
and the packaging of my product. Yes.
All right. I think that now that brings you into what we call competition, and competition is in business will always be there. Let me give an example. In my business, both businesses, especially the barber shop and the real estate, there is somebody who actually came and looked at the design of my house, and they went and did the same. Okay? They were like, in fact, for me, I was like, yani, this design imekujaziwa mpaka umeenda
Copy paste.
ukajenga. You know. And the pricing, they did the same. Even the pricing. Now, I was like, okay, it's fine. But for me, what I look at is why have you put what keeps a business is the purpose behind putting that business. Who are your customers? You need to get to know who are you targeting in that business. Let me give an example of my real estate. I target young families. Okay? My target is young families. You see, people who have gotten married, they are starting a family. Or somebody is maybe they are single, and then they maybe they have a kid, and they are just starting in life, and those are the guys I've been getting. Funny enough, I get young families. Now, right now I have 3 tenants who all their children have been born there, and they are almost 3 years, and they have 2 or 3 children. Because for them, they're like, how Steve has put these houses, they are like Zinatu. They suitors, you get. And so what I tell people, I have a friend who sells shoes, and he's the one who sells these shoes. I want to encourage, and ananiuzia viatu na nguo. And like this shoe is a mtumba. Anauzaga mtumba, lakini anauza mtumba ingine, yani, you are like, camera, yani anauza kiatu. Me, I don't go to shops. I find these shoes more, better than hizi za mpya. And I'm not saying mpya ni mbaya. I've bought new shoes. But what I'm trying to say is the way yeye anatarget wale watu wanataka mtumba
Safi.
mtumba safi. Unaona? You know? And so you look at, see what your customers are. For example, the barber shop, tunalipisha 300. A normal haircut, very nice. Lakini sisi tunatarget ule mtu anataka haircut poa na hana punch, hana sotano, akona 300 na anataka kukaa fiti. You get? So make sure you know the kind of customer una target. Get to know ni customer mgani, and you do your research. Watu unasemangaji kuhusu ni nini huwafanya watake kitu fulani, ni nini wanaangalia. Now give them that. And that will make a difference. A big difference. Nimekujibu? Good. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, my name's Eric Mwaniki.
Yes, Eric.
Swali yangu nauliza hivi, for the beginners, unajua every business starts with an idea.
Yeah.
So kwa ule mtu wako na idea, but you have to turn this idea into capital. How can you turn idea into capital? Because siku hizi unaona hata ukienda kuapply loan wanaangalia
Credit worthiness.
yeah, maybe you don't qualify but you have a certain idea. Another question is about practical part.
Practical part of
Yeah, of the business. Already in business, and someone else is trying to advise you on what to focus on. And the one you have just said, focusing on what your customers needs and satisfying your customers. But the practical part, you know, you are in the business, there's patience inside. You have to wait. Like, for example, you said you were a student, you used to sell shoes.
yeah.
Starting with a capital of 4,000. Yeah, I didn't hear you. I only heard the business failing and becoming to an end, but you didn't communicate the challenges.
The challenges of business.
Yeah, through that time.
Okay. Kama hiyo ya viatu.
Yeah.
All right. So when you talk about capital, let me clarify. When you talk about capital, are you talking about the money to continue the business ama ya kwanza? Ya kwanza. Yeah.
Seed.
Oh, you have an idea, the seed, the seed capital.
He's talking about seed, yeah.
Now, I'll give you a story of a guy called Kibe. Okay? Kibe alikuwa anauzanga mei. Okay?
What is May?
Mei ni mahindi choma.
No. There are some people who don't know
Mahindi
what
choma.
May is.
Kibe used to sell mahindi choma. Okay? Capital ya mahindi choma ni kama how much? Si ana need kama 20 maize cobs, si ndio? Around 20 maize cobs.
Tuseme aanzie hivyo.
Aanzie na 20, si ndio? Na makaa, mkebe moja ama mbili ya makaa. Na kifuniko na ile ndio hiyo. And this is a real story, guys, a real story. So Kibe wa Mei akaanza kuuza mahindi. Kibe wa Mei pia alikuwa na side hustle mchana. Unajua mahindi hauwezi uza mchana like ukiwa na jua. Mahindi inakuanga ni jioni watu wakitoka job. So mchana alikuwa shoe shiner. He used to shine people's, you know, make shoes, cobbler, shoe
shiner.
Shoe shiner. So Kibe akaanza biz, akafanya biz. Siku moja akaenda market, alikuwa na dream. He was like, hii pesa ya Mei itawahi nisaidia aje. So he went to the market kwenye anabaingi mahindi. Akauliza wamama wa soko, aki mimi nauzaga mahindi, aki nisaidieni. Hii pesa hata inisaidia. Akamwambia Kibe, fungua account kwa sako. Tutakuintroduce kwa sako yetu. Kuja ufungue account. Hiyo 200 unapata kila siku. Eka kwa hii sako. Do you know Kibe saved for almost 8 years kwa sako?
He was saving how much?
The amount he used to make. Ile ana make profit anaeka. And he saved for 15 years.
8 years.
Sorry, 8 years. So after 8 years, is it 8? No, it was 15. He saved for quite a long time. For 15 good years. Saving. He saved a total of 850,000. And Kibe wa Mei akaenda kwa sako akamwambia nataka kubai matatu. And that's how Kibe wa Mei bought his first matatu na pesa ya mahindi. And he went to akuacha hiyo job ya kuuza mahindi. Kibe went back. He was like, hii mahindi yangu hii, si imenibaia ma3 na naendelea nayo. Kuna mtu fulani akakuja hapo akamdharau, akamwambia wewe umeuza mahindi miaka yote. Unakuaga tu hapa, akamwambia hii mahindi yangu imenibaia ma3. Unataka nikuoneshe? And that matatu ilikuwa na hiyo karae na mahindi imechorwa.
Wow.
Hapo kwa kioo. Ndio hii pesa ya mahindi. What am I saying? You can plan whatever business you want to start. You can start with something that would give you the capital that you need for that big business. But my point is, start small, put some money aside, hata kama ni so moja. Because there is what we call that consistency. If you develop that consistency, it will keep you in business.
Thank you. Maybe
Yes,
the
sir.
last question.
I'm Joseph. Thank you for the opportunity. Swali yangu nilikuwa nauliza, nimesikia ukisema ulikuwa unauza viatu, lakini kunajua kuna ile yenye kama sisi maboy unapiganga ile hesabu ya unauza kiatu yenye unauza tuseme unauza so 5, alafu hiyo so 5 tuseme profit yako ni so, alafu nyumba inakuangalia inafaa ukule, so
your transition I would say for me it was a bit different because when I started selling shoes I was still living at my guardian's house, so sikuwa na rent. But unakumbuka nikisema nilihamaga nikaanza story ya transport. Okay? Do you know for like 3 months, hiyo pesa nilikuwa na get ndio nilikuwa na save. 3-4 months na save ili nipate rent. And what I'm saying is the challenges are going to be there. And guys, let me tell you the truth. If there is something I'll assure you as an entrepreneur, you need to have a very thick skin.
Very thick skin.
Thick. Kikiumana unaumana nacho. Mnaumana pamoja. Kimekumania hata wewe unakauka. Mnapelekana unakauka. Because that's the reality. Ask any billionaire, any millionaire who has made it in business. There are guys who are auctioned. Me, I know billionaires who have been auctioned. Literally. Mimi sijai kuwa auctioned. I thank God. But there are people I know have been auctioned because ya story ya do. Like umekopa, umeweka kwa biz, umeweka pale. You need resilience like no other. And let me tell you, it is, you know, if we look at even men of God who have done great and great ministry, you listen to their stories. There is a book called The God's Generals. Those men, they've paid prices for them to be where they are. Mtu unapata mtu anahubiri lakini hata hajui rent itatoka wapi. Lakini anapika injili. Anachapa injili, watu wanaokoka, watu wanapona. Haujui kwenye uta get food. But they kept going and kept going and kept. And that's why I say, when you do, and maybe I didn't put this, I didn't say this when we were starting. Anchor your business to purpose. Because purpose is bigger than you. Don't anchor your business into something that is, anchor your business with a reason bigger than yourself. Know that you are doing this for something bigger than you. That will keep you going. That will give you the resilience. Ile siku umeshindwa kulipa rent, tenant landlord amefunga nyumba. Unasema it is the price I'm paying. Nitalipa lakini I know it is the price I'm paying. Do you know, can I tell you something? That time I was living in that single room. Nakumbuka kuna siku manzetu landlord aliniharakisha. Sikuwa nimelipa hiyo, sikuwa nimefikisha hiyo foki, nilikuwa nimebakisha 500. Wewe Steve, nitaleta ano pesa ya rent kwa wapi? Nikamwambia akiwacha tu nitafute. Hapana, mimi nimekupea mpaka kesho. Usipoweka nitafunga nyumba. I was like, God, what do I do? And I remember then I prayed, I told God, let it not be that I am struggling to pay rent, but let it one day that I'll also own houses. Hata mimi nitakuwa. Let those challenging times inspire you. And do you know it came to pass? I've shared with you my story. It came to pass. And by the way, I have a very good relationship with my tenants. We sit, we talk. Like, I do not want to be that landlord who is, because I've been there. Some tell me, Steve, nitapata pesa 10th, it's okay. As long as we have agreed, it's okay. At least, I'm just trying to tell you why I do that. It's because I know some of those challenges you go through, they make you. It is character building. And in entrepreneurship, your character is built by those hard, tough times.